ॐ श्री गणेशाय नमः। ॐ श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ श्री सद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ॐ ध्यायामि चिन्मयानन्दं गुरुदेवं महामतिं प्रेमपूर्णं क्रियाशीलं सदा लोकहिते रतं कृपालुं सुन्दराकारं समर्थं सत्यदर्शिनं वाचा तत्त्वप्रकाशिन्या शोकमोहविनाशिनम्। ॐ श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे नमः। ॐ नमो नारायणाय। 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 ॐ ऋतगं सत्यं परं ब्रह्म पुरुषं कृष्णपिङ्गलम् ऊर्ध्वरेतं विरूपाक्षं विश्वरूपाय वै नमो नमः। ॐ नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विष्णुः प्रचोदयात्। हरि ओं सुप्रभातम्। ॐ शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। ॐ शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभाङ्गं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिहृद्ध्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णुं भवभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथम्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। 57. ॐ महर्षिः कपिलाचार्यः कृतज्ञो मेदिनीपतिः त्रिपदस्त्रिदशाध्यक्षो महाशृङ्गः कृतान्तकृत् महावराहो गोविन्दः सुषेणः कनकाङ्गदी गुह्यो गभीरो गहनो गुप्तश्चक्रगदाधरः Vedha swangojitah krishno dridha sankarshanoच्युतः Varuno varuno vrikshah pushkaraksho mahamana. We were discussing this shloka where we have seen the first two namas, Vedhaha and Swangaha Ajitaha Swangojitaha. We will now see the most fascinating name, Krishna. The moment we say Krishna, all of us know whom comes to our mind. The blue boy of Vrindavan. We have been told about Krishna right from our childhood. And Krishna has become the most delightful God to every one of us for the simple reason there is lot of charming activities that has been presented by the Rishi culture. And these charming activities attracts everybody. In particular children. Children get very attracted with the fascinating stories of Sri Krishna. And every story has a message. In fact, in the modern days, it is very unfortunate that the modern parents don't even know what is Bhagavatam, what is Ramayana, what is other Puranas, etc. because they have no time. They are drowned into samsara. They are drowned into taking care of their family and the work. And thus we find more often than not, right from the beginning, the elderly generation, the grandparents who have got retired, basically probably this culture of retirement has come only to take care of the youngsters, babysitting at home. But they in turn take that responsibility and teach the children of all our culture, the Sanatana Dharma. The child who listens to the stories of Sri Krishna is not only able to get delighted by the fascinating activities of Sri Krishna, is not only able to, experience an awe of all the wonderful, excellent efficiencies of Krishna, at the same time is able to relate with Krishna, connect to Krishna. And the more they grow a little, the very sublime meaning, sublime import, the significance, the symbolism of all those stories is also taught to them at the childhood. Those who have not been given this education later pick up from the world. Today, the social media, the TV, television, so many serials come. Good, bad, indifferent, no doubt. At the same time, like for example, the Ramanand Sagar's Ramayana, and then B.R. Chopra's Krishna, and so many serials have given so many beautiful knowledge to every single section of the community. And Krishna has always been a favorite god because of several facets of his personality. One is the fanciful, delightful activities, leelas, which he performed. Two, the knowledge that he distributed through Bhagavad Gita. And three, the way he handled the entire story, the way he handled the entire movement of Mahabharata, as beautifully depicted by Sri Vedavyasji. And then we find Sri Krishna has become the talk of every home, every day. And today, every human being honestly wants to learn the Bhagavad Gita. A Gita given by Sri Krishna has turned millions of people from a very, very low base life to a very purposeful and efficient life. That is the glory of Sri Krishna. Another very interesting aspect of Krishna. Krishna means dark. The one who is dark. What does that actually mean? Does it mean he is very ugly? No. In fact, very many people who are dark have got several wonderful features and they look very handsome. Krishna always was handsome, of course. At the same time, why was this presented as dark? The symbolism here is Krishna is in the dark side in the sense we have not come to know his true nature. As long as we have not come to know our own true nature, the Krishna within us will be in the dark side. Meaning, he will not be able to reveal himself to ourselves. And who is that Krishna? Our own true nature. Our own inner self. The very being in us. Because of which this whole body, mind and intellect are able to function. That is the true Krishna, and he is in the dark side because we have not even attempted to know him within. And therefore he is also called Krishna. Acharya Shankara gives another meaning to this. He says, Krishna Dvaipayanaha Krishnaha. Krishna Dvaipayanaha meaning what? The one who is from the Dvipa. Dvaipayana means the one who has come from a Dvipa, island. And he says, Krishna Dvaipayana here refers to sage Vedavyasa who has come from an island. Probably the island must have been called as Krishna. Therefore, Krishna Dvaipayanaha, Krishna, here it is Vyasaha. Vyasa is also considered as the avatar of Mahavishnu, and therefore Mahavishnu has got name Krishna referring to Bhagavan Sri Krishna, and Krishna also referring to sage Vedavyasji. Dridhaha. Dridhaha means firm. Swarupa samarthyadehe pratyutihi abhavat dridhaha. The one who does not fall, who does not decline, who does not move, who does not lose. What? His swaswarupa. Swaswarupa samarthyadehe. The one who is firm in what? In his own swaswarupa. The one who is well established in his swaswarupa. This we have seen with so many names previously also. The one who does not fall. And then you will find another word which was used, what was? Achyutaha. Nachutaha. The one who does not fall. Another word for that, a synonym maybe, is dridhaha, the one who stays put in his own swaswarupa. And there is no loss of him or moving away from his own true nature. Therefore, he is dridhaha. We may also interpret that as the one who is firm in whatever he does. In our case, we know we are never firm. We are so unstable. We are so fickle in everything what we do, in everything what we think. I take the liberty of saying everything because that is a true fact. Very rarely we are stay put in one particular part of our life, one particular aspect of our life, one particular incident or value. That is very, very rare. That is why it is said, exceptions prove the rule. One or two may be an exception. The others are all what? Are very fickle. Nobody is firm. Shastras very often say, you must be firm. Until you are stay put, you cannot achieve success in any field of activity. Bhagavan here is called one who is well established, firmly rooted, and therefore is called Dridhaha. Sankarshanoচ্yutaha, another very beautiful name. Sankarshanaha Achyutaha can be dealt as two separate names. At the same time, it is also taken as one name. Samhara samaye yugapat prajaha sankarshati iti sankarshanaha. At the time of samhara, at the time of pralaya, he draws everyone and everything towards himself. And at once into himself, meaning he withdraws everything during pralaya. And then after probably several 100,000 years, he again, when the creation takes place, all these species are released into the cosmos. Since he collects all of them, he is called Sankarshanaha. And then the name here is Achyutaha. Na Chotati. Chotati meaning what? Falling. The one who never falls. The one who never swivels. The one who never drops himself. Or another very beautiful meaning, the one who does not compromise with his own Swaswarupa. Na Chutaha. The one who does not fall. This again we have seen earlier in this name. Achyutaha. Varunaha. Varuna we all know. The Lord of water, the Lord of rains. But here, Varuna has got a different meaning. Swarashminam samvaranat sayangataha suryaha varunaha. The setting sun, not the rising sun. The setting sun is also called Varunaha. And because samvrunoti, he withholds, he conceals, he takes back his rays, the sun rays, and then he holds them. In fact, this we have to understand properly. Frankly speaking, Surya's rays are never stopped. It is a world which moves, and as though there is a sunset. Otherwise, sun doesn't set. Because if it sets here, it is risen on the other side of the globe. So sun's rays never withdraws. But from our experiential standpoint, at particular time in the evening, the rays are withdrawn from this particular part of the globe. And it keeps withdrawing from every as it moves. Therefore, from that standpoint, it is called Varunaha. And then in the Sandhya Vandana Vidhi, we always say, Imam me Varunaha Shridhi Havam. It means the setting sun. Therefore, Bhagavan is called Varunaha. At the same time, there is one more meaning. Varunaha is also his sons, Agastya and Vasishta. That is also being said. That is said as what? Varunaha. Varunasya putraha Varunaha. Varunasya patyam. Varunasya apatyam is what? Vasishtaha and Agastyaha va Varunaha. They are the sons. It is in one place it is mentioned as Vasishtaha, another place it is mentioned as Agastyaha. So that which is the product of Varuna is all Varunaha. That way, if you see all the effects of these devatas, in particular here, Varuna's all the effects can also be called as Varunaha. Vrikshaha, another very beautiful nama for Bhagavan. Bhagavan is given all these names because all of them are Bhagavan only. Remember, again and again we have to keep repeating, keep remembering the second law. Effects are nothing but cause itself in different forms. All these are effects of Bhagavan, therefore it is Bhagavan himself. Vrikshaha means tree, we know. But here, what does Acharya say? Vriksha eva achalitaha sthiraha iti vikshaha. Vrikshaha. Why is he called Vrikshaha? Why is he called as a tree? Because he is deep rooted. Deep rooted in what? In his own true nature. One. Secondly, he is called tree because of he providing so much of comfort to every Jiva Rashi. The tree, if you actually take the the botany part of it, if you go and see what are all the benefits of tree, it is so much. We take it so lightly, and for the sake of our own benefits, now the city also becomes concrete city, so all the trees are cut down, and today we are experiencing the effects of that. The tree is such a beautiful blessing to all of us by Bhagavan, where it protects all the pakshis, so many fruits are given to us, and so many animals also take shelter in trees, and there is no end. So many things we can say. All are nothing but Bhagavan's blessings, and the tree itself is nothing but Bhagavan. Therefore, he is called Vrikshaha. Pushkarakshaha. Pushkarakshaha is a very beautiful name which always says lotus-eyed. Akshaha means eye. Pushkara means lotus. Pushkarakshaha means the one with a lotus-eyed. We have in the feminine gender also Meenakshi. Akshi means eyes. Meena is lotus-eyed or fish-like eye. Then Kamalaksha. Kamalaksha means eyes like Kamala. Like that, so many names are given. What does this indicate? It indicates purity. Kamala Pushpa is a representation for purity. It can never be contaminated. And with reference to Bhagavan, we say Kamala Padma, Kamala Hasta, Kamalaksha, Kamala Vadana. In here, one more name is Pushkaraksha, lotus-eyed. But Acharya gives another very beautiful meaning to it. Vyaptyarthat akshatehe dhataha pushkaropapadat ach pratyaye, it should be pratyaye, sati pushkarakshaha. The verbal root of pushkaraksha is aksh. Aksh means eye. Preceded by Pushkara. Pushkara is what? Lotus. It means all pervasive Bhagavan pervades in everyone's heart. And therefore, it is this shining consciousness which is in the lotus heart of everybody who has a lotus eye. Lotus eye meaning what? The vision is of purity. Pure vision. Therefore, Bhagavan is called as Pushkarakshaha. Pushkare Hridaya Pundarite Chintitaha Swarupena Prakashate itiva Pushkarakshaha. The one who shines as a consciousness in the lotus, this I have just now mentioned, who is the very consciousness in everybody's heart. Who is that living principle with purity? Therefore, Pushkarakshaha. Mahamanaha, whose mind is so great. Why is his mind so great? Because he is able to see all of our difficulties, our levels of evolution, and he helps all of us to grow. Mahamanaha. Acharya explains, Srishti Sthiti Anta Karmani Manasa Eva Karoti iti Mahamanaha. Another meaning of that is, all this Srishti, Sthiti, Laya, Karmani, all these activities are done with just by thought. Sankalpa matrena. His mind is so powerful. His mind is so pure. His mind, at the very most quiet period, his desire to create came up, and that sankalpa has already created this whole universe. Therefore, he has a great mind. Why do you say so? Now see, we see this creation and we are at awe. What do you mean by we are at awe? We see this creation so beautiful. Everything is perfect in its place. If at all something is wrong, it is man created. When I say man, woman included. It is human being who creates all the problems. Look at the Pashu Pakshi. They live very comfortably and they have nothing to destroy. There is no selfishness in them. They just go eat according to their Prakriti Dharma and then they are quiet. There is no aggrandization, accumulation, collection, hoarding. All these are not there in the Pashu Pakshi. That particular day, whatever they want, they will eat. And even if beautiful stuff is there, they will not even touch it once their stomach is full. Just go lie down, sleep peacefully. It is only the human being who wants to acquire, possess, indulge, hoard. But Mahamanaha, when it is said, he has created such a beautiful world. And everything is beautifully planned. No instruments were required. No engineering knowledge was required. Think. How beautiful. Look at your own self. Leave alone the world. Look at your own self. How perfectly this body has been created. We have not created this body. Bhagavan creates such a body which we use it diligently or unintelligently. But every single part of the body is so efficiently created. Think. And all these are created with what? Just by thought. And therefore, Bhagavan is called as Mahamanaha. The very act of creation, the very way it is being sustained, and at the right time things are being dissolved, is also so efficient. And all this requires tremendous amount of quality in thinking. We are also capable of so many things, but we are unable to do because our mind is so small. Our mind is so cheap. Our mind is so little. We cannot think something beyond that. But he is called Mahamanaha because look at the way the creation is. The very vision itself is sufficient to understand the greatness of Bhagavan. Therefore, he is called Mahamanaha. Continuing. Bhagavan Bhagahanandi Vanamali Halayudha Adityo Jyotiraditya Sahishnurgati Sattamaha Bhagavan Bhagahanandi Vanamali Halayudha Adityo Jyotiraditya Sahishnurgati Sattamaha. There are 9 namas in this shloka. Bhagavan, this we have discussed in the very beginning of Vishnu Sahasranama. Who is Bhagavan? The Bhagavan is one who has got all the 6 fortunes, 6 virtues. Aishwaryasya, Samagrasya, Dharmasya, Yashashriyah, Jnana Vairagyayoschaiva, Shannam Bhagaitirana. We have discussed this in detail. Aishwarya, Dharma, Yashaha, Shriyaha, Jnana, Vairagyam. All these put together forms Bhagavan. Like how we saw, Dhanavan means the one who has Dhana. Viryavan is one who has Viryam. Dhairyavan who has got lot of Dhairya. Then Shraddhavan, the one who has lot of Shraddha. Like that, Van and Man Shabda indicates the one who has. And Bhagavan is one who has got Bhaga. And what is Bhaga? Bhaga is all these 6, which we have already discussed at length. There is a spelling mistake. It is 6-fold virtues. Please. Utpattim pralayan chaiva bhutanamagatim gatim Veti vidyam avidyancha savachyoho Bhagavan iti. Acharya says, he gives another explanation. What is that? Utpattim pralayan chaiva. Creation and withdrawal, pralaya. Bhutanam agatim gatim. Bhutanam, the whole creation, the creatures, not only human being, every creature, from the unicellular organism to human being. Bhutanam agatim, for them to come, manifest in this world. Gatim, to go into unmanifest. He is the one who knows. Veti, the one who knows. The origination and dissolution of beings, their coming and going, their knowledge. Again, some spelling mistakes are there which were created unknowingly. Please put up with those spelling mistakes. Vidyam avidyancha sa vachyo bhagavaniti. Such a person who knows all of them is called Bhagavan. And this particular shloka, Utpattim pralayanchaiva bhutanam agatim gatim veti vidyam avidyancha savachyo bhagavaniti is found in Vishnu Purana. Similarly, the previous shloka also, Aishwaryasya samagrasya dharmasya yashashriyaha jnana vairagyayo shaiva shannam bhaga itirina, both are from the Vishnu Purana. He is Bhagavan. And we have told a lot about Bhagavan during our course of talks. Bhagaha. Very interesting. Earlier he was said Bhagavan, Bhagavan, the one who has. Now he says Bhagaha. What does that mean? Aishwaryadikam samhara samaye hantiti Bhagaha. Samhara samaye, at the time of dissolution, he even destroys all this bhaga. All these sixfold are even destroyed. This is one meaning. Another meaning is very, very important. Bhagavan has blessed all of us with all those sixfold virtues. Aishwaryadi sixfold virtues have been blessed by Bhagavan to us. But what happens is, human being, out of his or her own selfishness, misuses these sixfold virtues. When we misuse, when we mishandle all these things, Bhagavan punishes us. Very severely he will punish. And then what does he do? He will remove all those Aishwarya from us. He will remove all those virtues from us, and we become one animalistic personality in the world outside, being condemned by the world, being kicked by the world. And if he is any intelligent, he will again come back to his senses and grow, evolve from all those pettiness to being a very fulfilled personality. And then you will find Bhagavan again will bless. We should come to deserve Bhagavan's blessings, or Bhagavan will remove, he will destroy. While we are living, not only at the time of Pralaya Kala, even while we are living, he can remove all those virtues, all those fortunes. At one stage it is called as virtues, another stage it is called as fortunes. It is a fortune when we behave very well. It becomes virtue which will be removed when we misbehave. Therefore, he is called Bhagaha, the one who destroys the fortunes also when we don't work according to the laws of life. Anandi. Anandi means the one who is always at bliss. Sukha Swarupatvat Anandi. Because he is his nature is Ananda. Sat Chit Ananda Swarupaha Bhagavan. Since he is the very Ananda Swarupaha, he is called as Anandaha. Sarva Sampat Samriddhatvatva Anandi. The one whose prosperity is complete, not property, prosperity. Whose prosperity is plenitude. And because of which his happiness is also unlimited. Now, why does this thought come? All of us are dependent upon prosperity for being happy. But Bhagavan is the very prosperity, Bhagavan is the very happiness. He is both, and therefore he is called Anandaha or Anandi. Vanamali, another very beautiful name. Vanamali, We have several bhajans with this nama. Vanamali Radharamana Giridhari Govinda. Vanamali is a beautiful name generally attributed to Sri Krishna. What does that mean? Bhuta Tanmatra Rupam Vaijantyakhyam Vanamalam Vahan. Vahan means the one who wears, the one who adores himself with what? Vanamalam. Malam, mala, garland. Vanamalam is Vaijantyakhyam. It is called as Vaijayanti. That Vanamala is called Vaijayanti. What is that? All the flowers of the forest he makes garland and he wears out of joy. 1. 2. People also take so many flowers, make garland and offer it to Bhagavan. And one of the other meaning is Bhuta Tanmatra Rupam. All the elements, 5 elements, Akasha, Vayu, Agni, Jala, Prithvi, he takes them and wears it as a mala. What is this wearing as a mala? All of them are under his control. It is under his control. All the subtle elements. Therefore, he holds them in him to make it function efficiently. All these meanings make him called Vanamali. Halayudhaha. Hal ayudaha. Halayudaha. Hal means plough, which the farmers use. In fact, one of the political party has got its symbol as plough. What is this plough? Plough represents effort, self-effort. And plough also represents love for production, love for creativity. And the one who holds plough in the Purana, Balarama, the brother of Bhagavan, of Sri Krishna. In fact, Balarama also is another avatar of Vishnu only. Like Krishna, Balarama is also one more avatar of Bhagavan Vishnu. And Balarama holds that plough. As Balarama, Bhagavan holds that plough. And therefore he is called Halayudhaha. Halam Ayudham Asya iti Halayudhaha Bala Bhadrakritihi. Bhadrakriti here meaning what? It represents Balarama Avatara and the one who uses the plough as the very weapon. Using small weapons like a sword and spear and this one is different. That is very heavy. But he was so well efficient, so well powerful that he could use plough as the very weapon. Therefore he is called Halayudhaha. Adityaha. Adityaha again we know Surya Bhagavan. The very essence in Aditya, in Surya Bhagavan is Bhagavan only. Namaskara Priyaha Suryaha we say. Alankara, just earlier, yesterday's class we said, Alankara Priyo by Vishnu, Abhisheka Priyaha Shivaha, Namaskara Priyaha Suryaha. That is why Surya Namaskara is very famous. Isn't it? Adityaha is Suryaha. One more name for Aditya, one more meaning is Adityam Kashyapat Vamana Rupena Jataha iti Adityaha. Who is Aditya? He was born to Aditi and Kashyapa as Vamana Rupa. And therefore he is also called Adityaha. Jyotiradityaha. One is Adityaha. What is Jyotiradityaha then? Jyotishi Savitrimandale. Jyotihi Savitrimandale Sthitaha Jyotiradityaha. The one who resides as a splendorous effulgence, the brightness, the light in the orb of sun. Surya Devata is a very, is the one who has light and heat as his very nature. And that orb of light is called Jyotiradityaha. Sahishnuhu. What is Sahishnuhu? Dvandvani Shitoshnadini Sahita iti Sahishnuhu. Sahita meaning what? The one who endures, the one who forbears. Viveka Chodamani explains, Sahanam sarvabhutanam apratikara purvakam chinta vilaparahitam satitiksha nigadyate. The one who is able to withstand, the one who is able to take, like a shock absorber, all the pricks of life. And Dvandvani, the pairs of opposite, the dualities, the pluralities, all these bring so many changes in our lives. Bhagavad Gita says, Shitoshna Sukha Dukkhadi Sahishnuta. What is it? Sitoshna Sukha Dukkha. All these, the one who maintains, the one who takes, he becomes my dear. Saha me priyaha, says Bhagavad Gita. What is that shloka? I forgot the beginning of that shloka. Shitoshna Sukha Dukkeshu Samasanga Vivarjitaha. In the second chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, Shita Ushna Sukha Dukkeshu Samaha Sanga Vivarjitaha. The one who is not affected by Shita Ushna Sukha Dukkha Labha Nata Ninda Stuti. All these come and go. Life is pairs of opposites. The one who withstands, who does not get affected, Samaha, all the time equipoised, Sanga Vivarjitaha, he does not fall prey, he does not attach himself to it. He says, they are all experiences of life. Let them come, let them go. Agama apaina anityaha. Sukha also will not remain, dukkha also will not remain. One who realizes this is called Sahishnuhu, and Bhagavan is not part of any of the Sukha Dukkha of the pluralistic world. He remains unaffected as the witness of all of them. Therefore, he is called Sahishnuhu. Gati Sattamaha. What is Gati Sattamaha? Acharya says, Gatishcha Asau Sattamascha iti Gati Sattamaha. The one who is the Gati, who is the abode, who is the refuge for every Jivarashi, who is the ultimate destination of every Jivarashi, and who is the best. Gati Sattamaha, he is the best destination. There is all the destinations what we think of at the worldly level are all flimsy, are all not permanent. The best and the permanent destination is Bhagavan and Bhagavan alone. There cannot be any other destination. All other destination will change. Isn't it true? Objective world, whatever you achieve today becomes outdated tomorrow. We have to update ourselves again and again and again and again. It is a wild goose chase. But once you gain Bhagavan, he is the best and he is the ultimate end. Therefore, he is called Gati Sattamaha. With that, we will conclude today's session. Having completed the 60th shloka, we will meet again tomorrow. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.